Hey guys, it's me, Bud, out with another video, math video of course. Today we are going to be talking about complex trinomials. Yes, we first solved simple trinomials, now we have to go to complex ones. It's very hard. Let's get on with it. Now before we start with complex trinomials, you're probably asking yourself, what do we need to know first? Well, complex trinomial is a last resort in case of none of the other factoring that we've went through works. So if none of the other ones work, then complex trinomials is the last factoring that probably will work. Alright, and unlike simple trinomials where a equaled 1, complex trinomials is finding the factor or completing the factor when a equals a number other than 1. So you need to know that because some of you might be confused about what's the difference between simple and complex, other than how you go through things. And in complex trinomials, we try to find what number adds to b and multiplies to a and c. And you may be thinking, that's a lot like simple trinomials where what number adds to b and what number multiplies to c. And in fact, even if you use this, like what number adds to b, what number multiplies to a and c in simple trinomials, you'll still find the numbers that you're looking for. How, you may ask? Well, let's look at this simple trinomial question. And here, we obviously can see that we are dealing with a simple trinomial, and we can also see that the b value is 2, and the c value is a negative 8. Knowing this, we know that there has to be a number that multiplies to negative 8 and adds to 2. But it's also the same thing in complex trinomials, because in complex trinomials, you multiply the a and the c together to try to find the number you're multiplying to. So what does this mean? Well, 1 times negative 8 still is negative 8. So we have to find a number that multiplies to negative 8. And the b value is the same, which means we have to find a number that adds to 2. So it's still the same. We're still trying to find a number that adds to 2 and multiplies to negative 8. So even if you use the complex trinomial way in the simple trinomial, you'll still find the answer you're looking for. Now let's actually get to some examples here. Alright, factor fully. This is our trinomial question right here, and right now we can see this is not a simple trinomial, it is a complex trinomial because a equals 3 instead of 1. So what do we do here? Well, we first have to find what multiplies to a and c. Well, we see that the number 3, and we have a number negative 8. So 3 times negative 8 is negative 24. So we have to find a number that multiplies to negative 24. And yes, you always have to times the a and the c together in complex trinomials to find the number you have to multiply to. And we obviously see that we're dealing with a negative 2, which means we have to find a number that adds to negative 2. And the m here represents multiplying. So we have to find a number that multiplies to 24, and the a represents adding, which means we have to find a number that adds to negative 2. And I usually like to put these in, so if I finish a part of a question and I'm going to another part, and then I leave that part, I know what I'm dealing with. And it just makes it easier to see what numbers you're dealing with. So we have to find a number that multiplies to negative 24 and adds to negative 2. Well, since it's negative 24, we know we're dealing with a positive and a negative. And since it's a negative 2 that we're adding to, we can obviously determine that the highest number in whatever number multiplies to negative 24 is a negative. So let's go through this. Alright, negative 24. Let's divide this by 2 first off. Negative 24 divided by 2 gives us the numbers 2 and 12. Since 12 is the highest number, that 12 will be the negative. So it's it's negative 12 plus 2. That will give us 10 when we add. So it's not going to be negative 2. That means we have to find another number let's divide 24 by 4. Well, 24 divided by 4 gives us the number 6. And since 6 is larger than 4, the 6 will be our negative. Negative 6 plus 4 equals negative 2, and negative 6 times 4 equals negative 24. So we found our numbers, negative 6 and 4. So this is what we do. You're probably wondering, why do we put these numbers here, and what happened to the negative 2? Well, actually, we basically split up the negative 2 into these two numbers. And you can obviously see negative 6x and plus 4. If you add these two numbers together, they'll still become negative 2x because you can't make numbers come out of nowhere. They have to still equal one of the numbers in here. So knowing that, and you're probably wondering, okay, well, why do we have to multiply to this number? It's to always get the same number that we're looking for no matter which way we do complex trinomials. And I'll show you what I mean later on in the video, what that means. Alright, well first off, what do we have to do here for this these new numbers we got here? Well, we have to group them. And you can obviously see that we have already grouped them into two numbers. And what I mean by two numbers, I mean this this 4x and negative 8. But just to help your eyes see what I mean, I'm going to put these into brackets. And notice I'm not timesing these brackets together because the numbers in here aren't timesing together. And by the way, you don't have to do this step. I just did it because, well, it just makes it easier for the viewer's eyes to see what's going on. So, you're looking at this right here, you're like, So, okay, we grouped them together in here. Now what do we do? Well, we look for a common factor that goes into these. Alright, well the common factor here is 3x, since 3x goes both into 3x squared and negative 6x. So, the common factor in here is 3x, and the common factor in here is 4. Because 4 goes into 4x, and 4 also goes into negative 8. So, we put the numbers on the side, because if we need to, we can always times the numbers back into the equation by using distributive property. And you might be realizing right away, or you might see, hey, the numbers in the brackets equal the same number. And they always have to equal the same number. You always have to try to find the numbers that fit into both you always have to find the common factor that makes these numbers in the brackets the same number, or variables in numbers. And if you don't do that, then you're not going to find the right answer. Alright, and you're probably wondering, okay, what do we do from here? I mean, this isn't exactly what I call factored form, and you know what? I agree with you. This is not exactly what I call factored form either. So what do we do from here? Well, we see that we have a 3x and a 4. So we replace one of the brackets in here with the 3x and the 4. So, I just use this bracket over here for no reason whatsoever, I just wanted to. And I put the 3x in here and plus 4. And I kept one of the brackets, and that gave us x negative 2. So the zeros are 3x plus 4. And you might be wondering, okay, but what happens if I switch these numbers, negative 6x plus 4 the other way around? Well, I actually have that same question right here. So let's try to solve this. Let's first start off by grouping. And I'll actually show you the numbers we get here. Alright, the common factor that we can get from here is x, and the only numbers we can get from here is 2. And notice that they both equal the same numbers inside the brackets now. And then when we replace one of the brackets with the variable x and the number negative 2, we get x minus 2 bracket 3x plus 4. And they're the exact same numbers in here. And it doesn't matter if this bracket should go before this one or this bracket should go before that one. It doesn't matter. They're still the same zeros. So just getting that point across. So like, okay, well, we know that it doesn't matter now. But I still want to make sure of one thing. You said that I could use complex trinomials in simple trinomials. To me, that doesn't make any sense. Well, let's first start off by using simple trinomials for this. What number adds to b and what number multiplies to c? But we see that b is -6 and c is +8. And since b is -6 and c is +8, we obviously can tell that we're dealing with two numbers that are both a negative, because this is a negative and this is positive. So let's divide 8 by 2. So 8 divided by 2 is 4. 2 times 4 equals 8. 2 plus 4 equals 6. And if they are both negatives, that means it's -2 plus -4, which gives us -6. Since we found our numbers, then we can obviously see that it is x minus 2 bracket x minus 4. And if you're wondering how I found these numbers, then go check out my video, Simple Trinomials. It'll be somewhere in the description below, so go check it out. Alright, now what happens if we do this in complex trinomials way? Well, we know that our numbers are -2 and -4 because we got them in here. So we'll just put them in our equation right here, replace -6 with -2, -4, x, and then we would group them. Since they're already grouped here, I'm not going to put the brackets in because, well, I explained you don't need to. Right now we have to get these numbers to equal the same in the brackets. Well, we see that we have an x squared minus 2x. The common factor that goes in there is x. And we have to make the bracket in here equal the same in here. So we have to take this -4 and make it to a positive. And make this 8 into a -8. So the common factor in here is -4. And that equals the same numbers in the brackets. Then we replace one of the brackets with the x minus 4. And that gives us our answer. And realize it's the same answer over here. Hope you enjoyed my video. Hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful everything. See you guys. If you have any questions before I actually go comment them down in the comment section below. And goodbye.